The steering wheel jerked violently in his hands. Whoa, what the hell? Daniel slammed his foot lightly on the brake, heart punching against his ribs as the car swerved back into the lane. The tires screeched for a second before gripping the asphalt again. His breath came out sharp, uneven. Relax, relax, it's just the road, he muttered, forcing a shaky laugh that didn't sound like his own. The road stretched ahead of him, long, empty, and swallowed by darkness. No cars, no houses, just trees packed tight on both sides like they were leaning in, watching. He glanced down at his dashboard. 12:13 a.m. Great, he sighed. Of course it's this late. His GPS glowed softly on the screen. From minutes to destination. Good, Daniel said under his breath. Just 4 minutes. That's it. He tightened his grip on the wheel and kept driving. This road was supposed to be a shortcut. Everyone used it during the day. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes out. Easy. He'd taken it before, just never this late. The streetlights above flickered as he passed under them. 1, 2, 3. Each one blinked off for a split second as his car moved beneath it, then snapped back on behind him. Daniel frowned. Okay. He looked in the rearview mirror. The road behind him looked longer than it should have. Yeah, no, I'm just tired. He turned his attention back to the front. The radio crackled. He hadn't touched it. You shouldn't be here. Daniel froze. What? Static filled the car, thick and suffocating. You shouldn't be here. The voice was faint, distorted, like it was buried under layers of noise. His hand shot to the radio, turning the knob. Cut it out. The sound died instantly. Silence. Heavy. Oza. Daniel swallowed. Okay, that's not funny. He exhaled slowly, trying to steady himself. Just a bad signal. That's all. He drove on. A few seconds later, he saw it. A crooked road sign on the right side, bent at an angle like something had hit it years ago, and no one bothered to fix it. The metal was rusted. The paint faded beyond recognition. Yeah, I remember that, Daniel said, nodding slightly. Almost there. He passed it. The road continued, straight and endless. Another minute passed. Then 2. Daniel frowned again, glancing at the GPS. Still 4 minutes. What? He tapped the screen. Nothing changed. Come on, update. The signal bars flickered, then dropped to 0. No service. Perfect, he muttered. He looked back at the road, and his stomach dropped. The same crooked road sign stood ahead of him. Same angle. Same rust. Same position. No. His grip tightened on the wheel. I just passed that. He slowed the car slightly, eyes locked on the sign as he approached it again. Okay, maybe there's 2 of them. Maybe. Yeah, that's normal. That's totally normal. He let out a nervous breath. Right. He passed it. Again, his eyes flicked immediately to the rearview mirror. The sign disappeared into darkness behind him. Daniel's chest rose and fell faster now. All right, I'm not doing this. He pressed harder on the accelerator. The engine responded with a low growl as the car picked up speed. Shortcut or not, I'm getting off this road. The trees blurred slightly as he drove faster. 30 seconds passed. Then a minute. Then, there's no way. The crooked sign appeared again. Same place. Same shape. Like it had been waiting for him. Daniel's breath hitched. No, that's not possible. He slammed the brake this time. The car skidded slightly before stopping completely. Silence swallowed everything. Even the wind seemed gone. Okay, he whispered, his voice trembling. Think. Just think. He looked down at the dashboard again. 12:13 a.m. It hadn't changed. Not even a second. Are you serious right now? He grabbed his phone, hands shaking as he unlocked it. No signal. The time on his phone. 12:13 a.m. Come on. He tapped the screen repeatedly, like it would force it to move. Nothing. Okay, I'm dreaming. That's it. I'm used to it. I'm dreaming. He laughed again, but it came out hollow. Then the radio turned on by itself. Turn back. Daniel froze. Turn back. The voice was clearer now. Closer. Turn back before it sees you. His breath caught in his throat. Before what sees me, he whispered. The radio went dead again. Daniel stared at it for a long moment. Then slowly, he lifted his head, and looked out through the windshield. Something stood far ahead on the road. A figure, perfectly still, and it wasn't there before. Daniel's voice came out barely above a whisper. "What the hell is that?" Daniel's grip on the steering wheel tightened until his knuckles turned white. He blinked rapidly, trying to convince himself it was a trick of the shadows. The figure didn't move. It just stood there, tall and thin, blending with the darkness like it had been part of the night itself. Okay, just keep driving," he muttered, more to himself than anyone else. He pressed the accelerator gently, heart hammering in his chest. The tires hummed against the asphalt as the car rolled forward. The figure didn't move. It stayed, watching. Daniel's eyes flicked nervously to the dashboard. 12:13 a.m. Still. The GPS, still showing 4 minutes to destination. He couldn't breathe. His stomach twisted. He tried reasoning with himself. It's someone messing with me. Maybe a prank. Maybe, but no one could have gotten here this late. The nearest house was miles away. He swallowed hard and glanced to the side. The trees were closer than they should have been, their branches scraping against the edges of the road as if reaching for the car. Fog started to gather along the asphalt, thick and sticky, curling around tires. Daniel swallowed again. The accelerator trembled under his foot. Just keep going. Don't stop. Another minute passed. Then the sign appeared again. The crooked, rusted road sign that he had seen 3 times already. He slammed the brakes instinctively. The car slid slightly before coming to a complete stop, his chest rising and falling in sharp bursts. "No, oh no, no, no. This isn't real," he shouted into the empty road, voice shaking. "I just passed that. I'm not going in circles. A cold wind whipped through the car, rattling the windows. The radio crackled back to life. It knows. The voice was almost a whisper, but it carried a weight that pressed against his ribs, heavy and inescapable. Daniel's hands shook violently. It knows what? Knows me? Knows I'm here. He looked forward, and the figure was closer now, somehow nearer than a moment ago, though he hadn't slowed or turned around. His stomach flipped. Panic set in fully, clawing at his mind. He pressed the accelerator harder. The car roared into the darkness, headlights cutting through the fog. The trees blurred into streaks. The sign flickered in the distance, appearing again. Same rust, same angle. Impossible. His foot trembled on the pedal. Sweat ran down his temples. Then the figure moved. It stepped forward slowly, deliberately, almost gliding across the road. Daniel's scream caught his throat as he swerved sharply to avoid it. The tires skidded, the engine screaming. And then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw another car approaching, headlights glaring like twin eyes. It was his own car. His jaw went slack. The headlights were identical, the shape the same. He could see the silhouette of himself behind the wheel, gripping the steering wheel exactly like he was. Panic ripped through him, faster than he could process. No, that's not possible," he shouted. He pressed the accelerator to the floor, weaving wildly between the trees. The figure in the road raised its head, or what looked like a head, toward him, and the shadows seemed to deepen, stretch, reach. The road itself seemed to pulse under the tires, like it was alive. Daniel's thoughts were chaotic, desperate. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. He had read somewhere that fear could make things worse. Keep moving, he told himself. Keep moving. Minutes or hours passed. Time had no meaning here. Every landmark repeated, every shadow lengthened. The crooked sign appeared again and again, as if mocking him. The fog grew denser. The radio whispered again, faintly, impossibly. Turn back, too late. Daniel's heart pounded so violently he thought it would burst through his chest. His vision tunneled, sweat stinging his eyes, his throat dry, his hands shaking until the wheel nearly slipped from his grip. Then, the trees parted slightly, revealing a faint glow. Hope surged. A road, normal, familiar, appeared ahead. Relief flooded him as he realized he might have escaped. He didn't slow until the headlights hit the first street light of the town ahead. He exhaled sharply, voice hoarse. I'm out. He glanced back, expecting to see the figure. Nothing. Just the trees, dark and silent. He shook his head, trying to laugh, though it was hollow. I'm done. Never again. Never. Then, in the rearview mirror, a road sign came into view. It read, "Welcome to Mile 7. Daniel's stomach sank. The dashboard clock flickered. 12:13 a.m. And the road began again.